Good evening, everyone. Welcome to John R. Wooden Gymnasium. I am Braxton Dilly, and I am joined by Cole Meyer. Tonight, the Artesians play host to the Plainfield Quakers. Martinsville comes in tonight's game against Plainfield 0-3 after a 77-40 loss Saturday night against Columbus North.
The Artesians are looking for their first win of the season tonight against the Quakers. In their last game against Columbus North, Zach Lynn led the way for the Artesians with 12 points, and Dayton Devon was right behind him with 7. We talked to Coach Staggs earlier in the week, and he said that Plainfield's an outstanding team that has great balance. They have solid point guard play along with a strong supportive cast with size. Coach Staggs says the Artesians are improving. He said they had a good week of practice and are getting better. He says they are looking for better shots, better defensive awareness, and making better decisions.
The Plainfield Quakers come in tonight 3-1. Their team, coached by Andy Weaver, is looking for another win tonight. Cade East is Plainfield's leading scorer, averaging 12.3 points per game. Mason Naaman is adding a 10.8 points per game. When we talked to Coach Weaver earlier in the week, he said no one on their team really stands out. He said he likes their team and it is very, very balanced.
Plainfield likes to run and play fast, so they're going to look for that tonight. Weaver told us that his offense likes to move the ball and make the extra pass. They also like to run in transition and get the fast break buckets. Weaver said the keys for his Plainfield team on defense tonight was to be very good on the defensive glass. Offensively, he says they'll have to be ready for Martinsville's zone defense. Weaver said Martinsville is well coached. They run a lot of great offensive actions, and they have great size, and they're a team with multiple three-point shooters.
Starters for your Plainfield Quakers are number 10, Cade East, number 13, Ian Scott, number 31, Aiden Booner, number 32, Mason Naaman, and number 40, Darian Gardner. For your Artesians, we will have Caden Rottenkrantz, number 3, is going to start at point guard. Landon Myers, number 5. Brady Costin, number 10. Dayton Devon, number 55. And lastly, for the Artesians, Noah Stout's going to start number 24. As we are getting ready for the opening tip here at John R. Wooden Gymnasium.
As tonight for the Artesians, they're going to have to look to stop just one of Plainfield's players, as in the games that we had covered, they haven't been able to stop just one of their players.
They've always had that one player that just, single-handedly beats them. And they're going to have to, hopefully Plainfield doesn't have one of those players and they can go even. As Dylan Gardner is going to get the tip.
Now with the Plainfield Quakers here, as Coach Weaver told us, they are a very balanced team, so they're good all around.
Going to have Ian Scott up top to Naaman. Nice poke away there by Devon into Rottenkrantz's hands. Myers at the top.
The Quakers are in a man-to-man pressure right now.
Myers going to find Rottenkrantz. He's going to feed Devon. He's going to try it too. It's going to be long.
Once again, the Artesians, they want to see Dayton Devon in the middle, and they're going to try to feed him in the post every time they can.
Booner's going to drive, try up a floater, and it is going to be good. Quakers strike first, 2-0. Myers is going to bring it up for the Artesians.
Now the Quakers are putting trap pressure on Myers as he looks like
lose the ball.
He's going to turn it over right there.
Yeah, I don't think the Artesians were expecting that right there.
Say quickly threw a trap on the Myers right there.
Booner in the corner. Swing it to Scott. Scott's going to pass it over to Naaman. Naaman's going to try a three. Good.
As right there, Naaman hits the three, and as Coach Weaver said, they like to make the extra pass right there for the right shot, and there it was right there.
Landon Myers is going to turn it over, and he's going to foul Cade East. It's going to send him to the line for 2 shots.
As with Cade East going to the line, he's Plainfield's leading scorer, averaging 12 points a game.
This is a nice quick start for the Quakers, just how they wanted and the opposite of what the Martinsville Artesians wanted. Cade East is good. His second free throw is also good. Stout's going to swing it over to Myers.
Now it's going to be a bit of a man-to-man pressure, and once again, Myers is going to turn it over.
Nice pass down the to East, who's going to hit the bucket.
See, Artesians trying to get past the pressure as Brady Costin looks like he throws it away right there as he gets by the pressure. The Quakers came out fast with that press, and the Artesians, they're going to need to talk about it right here.
They're going to need to switch up their game plan and play a little bit more cleaned up basketball.
As it looks like when Plainfield is pressing that they're starting out in a man-to-man pressure full court, and then they're turning it into a trap as when they pass it out to, let's say, Landon Myers, it'll be 2 of the Plainfield guys coming in and trapping him, which leaves one man open, but Myers is not as tall as the 2 guys trapping him, so it's tough for him to see over them.
Yeah, if he can find a way to get it to that one open man, I think they're going to find some success if they can find him. It's going to be Quaker ball. Cade East is going to pass it in. Booner's going to bring it up for the Quakers.
See, Artesians now are going to play a man-to-man pressure. We usually see them in a 2-3 zone, but I think they're deciding to play man tonight.
Nice pass down there to Scott, and looks like he's going to get fouled. Brady Costa is going to pick up his first personal there. He's going to knock down his first free throw.
His number 22, Cale Vanderbush, comes in for number 40, Darian Gardner.
He's going to drain his second free throw for his second point on the night.
Once again, as I was talking about, it's the man-to-man pressure. Then as East comes in, and it's another steal, but the Artesians get it back.
Yeah, it's going to tip right into Rottenkrantz's hands. He's going to bring it down the court for the Artesians for them to set up their offense.
So the Artesians in a 4-out kind of way. They're going to cut open in the middle to try to get open, and then they're going to have Dayton Devon in the middle as they want to feed Devon in the post.
Myers is going to turn it over once again there. It looks like he's going to get subbed out as Westner is going to come in.
As now the Artesians, they have both seniors on the court, Craig Wester and Brady Costin. They're really going to need them tonight to be their leaders on this team.
Mason Naaman is going to bring it up for the Quakers. Booner's going to swing it over back to Naaman. Naaman's going to try another three, and he's going to be good.
As right now, the Plainfield Quakers are, as Weaver said, being very balanced as a team.
And another steal there as Ian Scott's going to slam it home for the Plainfield Quakers.
Great steal and great dunk right there by number 13, Ian Scott, as the Artesians down early, 15-0 in our first quarter.
Yeah, that just fired up the Plainfield crowd over there as they were waiting for that to happen.
The Artesians, they're going to need to do something different here, as I think Coach Staggs is going to tell them they need to wake up and they need to get through this press, because Plainfield's been able to just walk right through them so far.
Yeah, the Artesians have turned it over quite a lot here in the first opening minutes here in the first quarter, as they're going to be falling now 15-0.
The Artesians, if they're going to need to pick it up, they're going to have to make sure they stop everyone on this Plainfield team. Usually it's just the one guy, but Plainfield's been balanced so far.
Yeah, they're very balanced, and the Artesians haven't seen that this year. They've just seen this one player singly hurt them. With
Greenwood, they had the Gavin Dowling, and with Edgewood, they had Derek Farkas. The Artesians, they now need to stop the whole team, not just one player.
You're going to have Stout pass it in for the Artesians.
Now the Artesians are going to want to run a 1-4 press breaker, as two of the guards are going to cut in the middle looking to get open.
Lynn looks like he's just going to take too many steps there. He's going to get called for the travel.
Once again, the Quakers, they are just hurting the Artesians on defense.
They are feasting on Martinsville's turnovers here, which is costing them a lot of points. We're going to have Scott dribble it up for the Plainfield Quakers, hands it off to Naaman. Booner to Naaman.
The Artesians, now they're playing a 2-3 zone. They switched it up. They want to make sure that Naaman doesn't hit any more threes on them.
Nice pass down low to Vanderbush, but it's going to be a little short on the layup. As another steal there by Cade East. He's going to be a nice move and almost hits the and one, but he's going to go to line for 2 shots.
There by Cade East, that was a great move, but behind the back, just comes up short on the shot, but he is going to the line for 2.
We're going to have Brady Costa pick up his second personal here.
Cade East with 4. He's looking to make it 6 at the line.
He's going to be just short on his first free throw.
Air ball is the first free throw. We haven't seen that so far from the Quakers.
No, that's not very often you see an air ball and a free throw, but he looks very, very ashamed. It looks like he wants to knock down this second one. And he is going to be a little short. He's going to rim out. His name is going to try another 3. Short, but a rebound by Ian Scott. He's going to miss the putback. And another steal for the Quakers. But they're going to step out of bounds, so the Artesians will retain possession.
The Quakers, they like to steal the ball, as we've seen early in this game. So Quakers only averaging around 7 steals a game, but so far here I think they have around 7 steals.
The Artesians going to run away from the press. Myers going to swing it to Costin. Rodenkrantz back to Costin. Rodenkrantz is going to try a 3. Long.
With that play right there, the Artesians, they're going to screen and look for the open man, usually for 3, as they had it right there as Caden Rodenkrantz just came up short.
Landon Myers is going to pick up his second personal as he's going to push off Plainfield.
It's number 3, Aiden Moyers, comes in for number 10, Cade East.
Quakers are going to pass it in to Moyers. Naaman looks to be directing traffic up top to Moyers.
The Artesians still in their 2-3 zone. They're having the wings come out and guard the top, as Naaman's going to miss another 3 right there.
And Stout's going to come down with a very strong rebound.
What we've seen so far, the Quakers are really hustling, especially on the offensive glass, and they've gotten a lot of offensive rebounds so far.
Myers is going to try to drive, nothing there. We're going to have Westner have the ball. Frederick's going to try a 3, no good. Rebound, Scott.
The Artesians, nothing is falling for them so far in this game.
Naaman's going to drive, have a little floater. It's going to rim out. Zach Lynn is going to pull down the rebounds.
Neither team has scored in the past few minutes. It's kind of slowed down, as the score still is 15-0.
It has been a very scoreless drought here. Artesians looking to change that.
The Artesians, after every pass they make a cut, either if it's they cut in and come back, or they cut all the way through. So they're just looking to get an open shot here, but the Quakers are playing great defense.
Lester's going to drive. He's going to try something, but he's going to get fouled. Aiden Booner's going to pick up his first personal.
As the foul's going to be on the floor. So the Artesians still look for their first points of the night.
Stout's going to pass it in for the Artesians. He passed to Zach Lynn, who's going to feed Stout again. But it looks to go off Cale Vanderbush's hands. Going to retain in Martinsville's possession.
So the Artesians are in a box set right now for their out-of-bounds play, looking to get someone open. They're just going to feed it back out to Zach Lynn.
Batted up ball. Zach Lynn's going to come away with it.
The Artesians staying in their offense called Chin, as it is a series of cuts and picks and screens and all that.
There's a nice pass there from Westner. Frederick's going to throw up a 2, and it's going to go in.
And that ends the scoring drought as the Artesians score their first 2 points of the night with only a minute to go in the first quarter.
And the Artesians need to get something going there. Nice little layup there by Bo Frederick. Cale Vanderbush in the corner. Nice pass there to Brayton Blackwell, going to pick up his first point of the night.
Dane Gardner right there saw Blackwell cut in. It was a perfect pass, and they executed it perfectly as the Quakers, once again, they're going to trap all over the court.
Myers going to give it to Westner. Lynn back to Westner. Artesians look to have some trouble here. Nice move there by Zach Lynn. This is going to get a nice, easy layup.
Great move there right there by Zach Lynn as he had the jab step to just get right by his defender, and he goes up for the easy layup, bringing Martinsville's total to 4 points.
It's going to be his first bucket on the night, too. You're going to have Moyers try a 3, and it's going to be good.
And that's what the Artesians don't want right there.
Looks like he's going to the line for an and a 3. Looks to be some subbing here for the Quakers.
The Artesians staying in their 2-3 zone, even in the out-of-bounds plays.
Looks like it wasn't an and 3. Looks like it was a foul before the shot. Nice pass there down low, but it's going to be poked away by Noah Stout. It's going to retain Quakers ball.
The Quakers.
So the basket was good there, but it was after the shot where the foul was. So that's why the Plainfield Quakers are going to get the ball. Quakers just going to pass it around up top, looking to dribble out the clock.
As the
Get a
Quakers,
last-second shot.
with their trying to break the 2-3 zone, they're going to have a 2-guard front, 1 man in the middle, and 2 guys running the baseline. They're going to want to try to feed the ball into the middle so the 2 people down on the baseline can cut in for easy baskets. As Plainfield is going to hold the ball, it looks like, for the last shot.
Looks like Naaman's going to finally start something for the Quakers. So he's going to try the oop to Vanderbush. It is going to roll in.
It's right there. That was a perfect play by the Quakers as Vanderbush just cuts backside right in and hits the oop as Craig Westner misses the shot to end our first quarter at 22-24 here from John R. Wooden Gymnasium.
I wish to get accepted to a good college.
I want to be a businesswoman.
I really want to be very independent in my life.
I just love watching my friends be happy, and I want to do whatever I can to make them happy.
I wish that my friends will be able to achieve all of their dreams.
I want to help as much as I can.
I want to help people, but like in a bigger way.
And we are back here at John R. Wooden Gymnasium as the first quarter comes to an end with the Quakers leading the Artesian 22-4. Frederick's going to have the ball, back to Myers. Myers looks to get something going here. For the Artesians, they're going to have Landon Myers, Craig Wessner, Dayton Devon, Zach Lynn, and Bo Frederick out for them. Looks like a timeout for the Artesians once again.
The Artesians right there, they couldn't get anything going, so Coach Staggs called a timeout. The Artesians really going to need to pick it up on the offensive side and stop Plainfield defensively as it's 22-4. So the Artesians against Columbus North last week came out to a slow start as well, and they ended up losing that ball game 77-40.
Last week, the Artesians fell to Greenwood, and they had one man really just beat them by himself.
That man, his name is Gavin Dowling for Greenwood, and the Artesians had no answer for him. The big guy down low just couldn't be stopped as the Artesians had two of their big men foul out due to Gavin Dowling and just big presence down in the post.
Dowling really did it all for the Greenwood Woodmen.
Yeah, he did.
Last week. As Westner is going to inbound for the Artesians.
So we've got Dane Gardner, Cale Vanderbush, Cade East, Aiden Mason Naaman, and Darian Gardner out for the Plainfield Quakers.
Bo Frederick is going to step out of bounds. It's going to give the ball to the Quakers.
As now the Artesians are going to play a man-to-man pressure now.
Gonna have Gardner drive in. Looks like he's going to commit a foul. There's going to be a charge, and the Artesians are going to get the ball.
As Craig Wessner slid over right there when Gardner came into the paint and set his feet and took the charge for the Artesians.
Yeah, Gardner seemed to be limping off there. Hope everything's okay with him.
So now Plainfield, they're going to hold back a little bit. They won't full court press the Artesians as they had in the first quarter.
Frederick's going to give it to Lynn, to Myers.
As Dayton Devon looking to screen away right there.
Lester's going to give it to Lynn.
The Artesians wanting to feed the ball into Devon, but just can't seem to find a way.
Looks like Cade East is going to pick up a foul there on Devon.
The Artesians, they would like Cade East if he could foul out, as he's their leading scorer, 12 points a game.
The Artesians are going to sub 4 players in.
Now we have a completely different lineup for the Artesians.
The Artesians now have Craig Wessner, Caden Rottenkrantz, Noah Stout, Caleb Cheatham, and Brady Costin, as they are going to throw the ball away for, once again, another turnover. Gonna have KD pass it in. Booner's going to dribble it up.
The Artesians switching from their 2-3 zone into a man-to-man pressure again.
Booner's going to give it back to East. East is going to drive. Going to get, looks like a foul there.
As with Craig Westner right there for the Artesians, they're going to put him on the Quakers' best player because Westner's work ethic is, he works very hard, and he's going to try to find the steal anytime he can get as he just picks up the foul there.
First free throw for Cade East was good. His second free throw is good once again.
So our team is now running in transition.
Myers is going to have it in the corner, or Rottenkrantz is going to have it in the corner.
Artesians once again playing their offense called Chin. It's just a series of cuts and ball screens, looking to get an open guy.
Koster's almost going to lose it. He's going to try to drive. Going to be short on the layup. The Quakers are going to look to push it up. A pass looks to go out of bounds as the Plainfield Quakers are going to turn it over and give it to Martinsville.
Now with the Quakers, they like to run in transition, and there was a perfect example of it, them going in transition as they just turn it over. And
Cheatham's going to give it to Costin.
now the Quakers are starting to press, and they're starting to trap all over the court. Not good for the Artesians. We saw what happened in the first quarter with that.
Stout's going to hand it off to Rottenkrantz to Costin. Stout's going to feed Frederick down low. He's going to try a three. Long. Rebound, Ian Scott.
Great hustle right there by Brady Costin to get the jump ball.
Going to stay with the Quakers, but the next jump ball will be the Artesians because of that. We're going to have Booner bring it up for the Quakers. Booner's going to pass it to Scott. Scott's going to drive. Puts it down low to East. East's second try is good.
That was a great find by Scott as he just sees East down low for the easy bucket.
East picks up his 8th point there. He was the leading scorer for the Quakers so far. Cheatham looks to be calling a play for the Artesians.
Once again, it's just a series of cuts and ball screens so the Artesians can get open for the shot.
Nice block there by Darian Gardner.
That was a great block by Darian Gardner as he blocks Brady Costin, but the Artesians are going to keep possession of the ball. The Artesians now running a stack set.
Caleb Cheatham looks to have some trouble passing it in. Going to give it to Costin. Back to Cheatham. Cheatham looks to be slowing it down for the Artesians.
The Artesians, once again, they're just going to keep it outside, looking to go in the paint for a shot, but can't find anything so far.
That was a nice steal there by Cale Vanderbish. And he is going to slam it.
That is the second dunk tonight by the Plainfield Quakers. They're really putting on a show. This is 27-4.
Vanderbish slams down to the bucket for his 4th point there.
As Vanderbush, only a sophomore, was the football team's quarterback as well for Plainfield.
As they beat the Artesians in the regular season, as Plainfield Quakers are going to save it. But a missed layup there by Gardner.
Even though that was a miss there, it was great hustle by Cale Vanderbush to keep the ball in bounds.
It was a very nice save. And Stout's going to shoot the three long.
And the Artesians just can't find anything tonight. So they've only scored 4 points, and it's been a little bit of a drought since they've scored.
Caleb Cheatham's going to pass it over for the Artesians.
Once again, they're going to go in a stack set. Noah Stout's going to perfectly found right there for the bucket for the Artesians.
No one picks Stout up there as he's going to get a wide open layup.
So now the Artesians are going to need to try to stop Plainfield, as Bo Frederick does right there with the steal.
He's going to get blocked, but it looks like a foul.
So they're going to call it the foul. When Frederick shot that, Gardner came in at the end. He did block it, but he landed basically on Frederick, which is going to cause the foul.
That was an amazing hustle by Darian Gardner.
Was great hustle there.
Not giving up on the play. And the Plainfield coaches love to see that.
This Plainfield really working hard so far in this game, as it shows on the scoreboard.
Frederick's first free throw is good, as he picks up his 3rd point there. The second free throw is good also. We're going to have Meyer bring it up. Gardner's going to give it.
This is Bo Fredericks.
Vanderbush.
Bo Fredericks hustling really well as he just picked up a steal and almost stole it there.
Nice pass there to Meyer in the corner. Good for 3.
This Plainfield's going to find Aiden Moyers open for the 3, and it's going to be an easy shot. As it's 30-8 here at John R. Wooden Gymnasium.
Not what the Artesians wanted to see here.
This is not what they wanted to see at all.
We're going to have Rottenkrantz feeds it down to Stout. Stout's going to try to make a move. It's going to be poked away. It's going to stay with the Artesians.
The Artesians, with only 8 points, they're going to need to find a way to score on offense, and they're going to need to find a way to stop the Quakers.
That's Brayton Blackwell is going to check in for the Quakers for Darian Gardner. Cheatham's going to pass it in to Stout. Back to Costin. Fredericks, nice move there. He's going to try a jump shot. Good.
It's a great pump fake there by Bo Frederick to get around his guy and hit the easy jump shot.
Frederick with his 6th point there, and he is the leading scorer for the Artesians so far. Vanderbush is going to get fouled.
Vanderbush there came to drive in and just gets fouled, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
Noah Stout picks up his first personal foul of the night.
As Vanderbush hits his first free throw.
Vanderbush with his 5th point there. Artesians doing a lot better than what they did last game with fouls. As Vanderbush is going to miss his 2nd free throw.
So this is what the Artesians want, is Bo Frederick falls, but the Artesians, if they can push in transition, they could find easy buckets.
Frederick's going to give it to Costin. Costin to Stout. Stout's going to bury the 3.
The Stout there came off of a screen wide open for the 3, and he shoots it and makes it.
Picks up his 5th point on the night. Kel Vanderbush is going to try 2. Good.
There's a great find right there by Ian Scott as he just drives in and sees Vanderbush driving into the baseline, finds him. Easy bucket for the Quakers.
Bo Fredericks is going to try 3. Long rebound Vanderbush.
As Bo Fredericks, Martinsville's one of their best 3-point shooters, and they're going to look for him to score as
Vanderbush pushes it up, and Scott's going to end up shooting that layup and making it. It's going to be his 6th point on the night as Cheatham's going to dribble it up for the Artesians. Costin's going to try 3 long on rebound. Once again, Vanderbush. Nice pass there to Scott.
is Vanderbush really playing hard for the Quakers as he's going to get the rebound and push it up and find Scott as he gets fouled, and he's going to the line for 2.
Noah Stout's going to commit the foul there. It's going to be his 2nd on the night.
And the Artesians can't afford to lose their big men tonight as the Quakers are pretty evenly sized with the Artesians.
Ian Scott's first free throw is short.
With the Quakers this year from the free throw line, they have only been shooting 67%. Is not the greatest, but it has worked for them as they are 3-1. They're only lost to a good Brownsburg team this year.
Scott's second free throw is good. Stout's going to give it to Cheatham. Myers has it in the corner. Well, the score is 36-13 with 45 seconds here to go in the second quarter. Stout's going to try 3 long once again.
Once again, the Quakers just would like to run in transition, and as Coach Weaver said, they like to make the extra passes. Caleb Cheatham's going to get the steal there.
And KD's is going to poke it away, but it's going to stay with the Artesians.
Now with the Quakers transition, the Artesians haven't been able to stop it, as it shows on the scoreboard, as it's 36-13.
Costin looks to have some trouble passing it in for the Artesians.
Quakers playing great defensively so far.
Brady's going to give it to Cheatham.
The Artesians could be looking to hold it for the last shot. Nope, Caleb Cheatham's going to come right in and score the easy bucket right there.
Nice bucket there for Caleb Cheatham, as there is 7 seconds here to go for the Quakers. He's going to try a two. Good. Nice bucket there by Cade East.
As that's going to end our half here at John R. Wooden Gymnasium as the Plainfield Quakers lead 38-15 over the Martinsville Artesians.
Don't do that.
Work can be overwhelming.
School can be overwhelming.
I don't feel like I do enough at home.
I don't feel like myself at home.
I don't know if I'm making the right choices for my future.
I have no idea what to do with my future.
I have anxiety.
I get so depressed.
I just wish someone could understand.
We may be your parents.
But we've been in your shoes.
And we fought the same battles.
No matter what you're facing,
We're here for you.
And you're not in this alone.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/official.
And we are back here at John R. Wooden Gymnasium as the Quakers lead the Artesians 38-15. Leading scorers for the Artesians is going to be Bo Frederick with 6 points, followed by Noah Stout with 5, Zach Lynn with 2, and Caleb Cheatham with another 2. For the Plainfield Quakers, their leading scorer is Cade East with 10 points, Ian Scott with 7, Cale Vanderbush with 7, Aiden Myers with 6, Mason Naiman with 6, and Brayton Blackwell with 2, and Aiden Booner with another 2.
As so far in this game, we've seen the Plainfield Quakers really dominate the Artesians early on. It's 38-15 as the score shows, and the Artesians just haven't found an answer for anyone on this Quakers team.
On the court now, you guys are witnessing the junior Artesians playing some, looks like a shoot-around there. And I remember when I was in Little Arties, and it was an honor to play on this court.
It really was an honor. We never played on this court, and we thought it was so cool when we were coming down here at halftime to play.
Yeah, I can't imagine what they're feeling right now with all these fans watching them as they're going to shoot some jump shots.
As every year, the Martinsville Artesians, with their junior basketball league, they always host a Little Arties night, so these kids can come down here, shoot some hoops, and show off in front of all these fans.
As you see the little kids doing some dribbling drills, and the older kids look to be shooting some free throws and some corner shots.
As we have grades, I believe it's 1 through 4. As the 4th grade, they have their own, they play with their elementary team, and they all compete against other elementary teams for their basketball games.
Yeah, and at the end of the year, they have a tournament, and the championship game is broadcast on WCBK, and that was really cool to see everyone the people who made it in my grade, because they got to talk on the radio afterwards, and it was all a pretty cool deal.
As it's all cool, as even with the tournament that the elementary school kids have, they get to play here at the high school once again.
As the game goes on tonight, it is not the only occasion here at Martinsville High School, as the Elf musical is going on in the auditorium, and it looks like they have 2 casts, and from what I've heard, it's a thriller over there. Yeah, rumor has it that there is a sellout at Elf, but I don't know if I believe it.
I recommend anyone going to go watch that musical.
Yeah, I might go try to watch it tomorrow night, but depending on Y-ball plans, I might not be able to. As the junior Artesians are still chucking up shots.
As we're going to take another break here and we'll be back in just a moment.
We understand.
Being young is hard.
With friends, school, family.
Homework, jobs, sports.
It's easy to get overwhelmed.
Stress, anxiety, depression.
They can take over everything.
And with drinking, vaping, smoking, drugs.
We know it seems like the easiest answer.
But it just makes things harder.
No matter what you're facing,
You can do it.
And you don't have to do it alone.
Because we understand.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
We're not just officers or deputies. We're people. We're parents and grandparents. We're here to serve our community. We're here for you. And we want everyone to succeed and be substance abuse free.
And we are back here at John R. Wooden Gymnasium as the Quakers lead the Artesians 38-15. And as I was saying earlier, the Elf musical, if you are wanting to go watch the Elf, it is Saturday airing at 3 and 7 and Sunday at 3. You know, we had some football players actually be a part of the Elf musical. I was going to maybe try out, but I didn't see my acting skills showing up on stage at that time. But now, you know, I feel like I could do pretty good, but I guess we'll never know.
Maybe you can go out for it next year.
Maybe I'll be Buddy the Elf or whatever else they do. As again, the little kids look to have so much fun down there. As I remember whenever I was playing in 5th grade basketball, we played your team, Cole. And I believe we got absolutely dominated.
Yeah, I believe that our team basically beat your team every time we played you. I think I scored out every single time I played against your team.
Well, in my defense, my team never won a game. And I bet if we would have played, you know, the little Arties, this age group, we still wouldn't win a game. And we were just not a very good put-together team. Because, I mean, we had a good team. And then we had so many players that we had to split it up into 2 teams at Poston Road, and that just, you know, screwed us all up. And, of course, I'm on the bad team, and, you know, we just couldn't come away with a win ever. But we had some pretty close games.
Now, I believe if you were to play against the kids right now at our age, all of us are sophomores. I'm hoping that you can beat the 4th graders. If not, that'd be pretty ugly.
You know, I bet if my 5th grade team got together and we, as our age right now, and we tried to play these dudes, I wouldn't be surprised if it came down to the wire.
If it came down to the wire, as your whole team would be taller than their tallest player.
Yeah, we probably would never show up to a game again. It would be very humiliating, and it would be a good thing, as we have some little kids waving to the camera, looking to have a lot of fun down there, as I didn't really experience it my 5th grade year as we went. However.
It was still a good experience for you to play.
I mean, it was a good experience, but not from the winning and losing standpoint.
My team didn't win a ton either. We lost in the first round of the tournament.
Well, we got a bye, so we technically made it farther than your team without any wins. So.
Well, technically you did, yeah.
But we got into that second round game, and we were bound to lose. It was not a pretty game.
Now, with our 5th grade teams, the Smith ended up winning it when we played, and 2 of the high school varsity players were on that Smith team.
Yeah, Smith was the definition of stacked, and there was no competing with that team. I remember my team, we played them, and I'm pretty sure it's 45-7 at halftime, and I will take credit for those 7 points that we scored. But it was not a very pretty sight to watch that game.
As that Smith team, Landon Myers, starts varsity here. Caleb Cheatham plays varsity, and they had players on JV that played on that team too. That team was just really
I remember that
overpowered.
game. It was our coach couldn't be there, so my dad had to step in, and it was not a very good opening career coaching game for my dad. And he's never coached a basketball game again. I can't blame him though.
That was the end of his coaching career after he got embarrassed there.
Yeah, that was a very ugly game. And we are going to take a break once again here at John R. Wooden Gymnasium.
Don't do that.
Work can be overwhelming.
School can be overwhelming.
I don't feel like I do enough at home.
I don't feel like myself at home.
I don't know if I'm making the right choices for my future.
I have no idea what to do with my future.
I have anxiety.
I get so depressed.
I just wish someone could understand.
We may be your parents.
But we've been in your shoes.
And we fought the same battles.
No matter what you're facing,
we're here for you.
And you're not in this alone.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/official.
And we are back here at John R. Wooden Gymnasium. And as I was saying on the last, before we had our timeout break, I was talking about my dad coaching our team. And I'd like to give a shout out to him because I called him yesterday during class because we're doing a short film and we needed like a judge for the short film we're doing. So I called him to ask him if we could, use him as our judge. And he said he would, and he came in today and he did pretty well. I mean, it's a lot better than I expected.
I think it honestly was better than you could do.
Well, I wouldn't say that. He did show up very well, but I think if he were to come in a later time, he would have not performed as well as, I have in my past. And I would like to tell everyone to watch that whenever it comes out, probably around next Friday, as it is very entertaining.
So that short film is called Piece by Piece. It's our first short film in our RTV1 class. It's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to editing it. Well, not really editing it, but looking at what other people edit, because my editing skills are not on point as the rest of the class is. But I'm looking forward to watching your editing, as I'm probably going to get bored, very bored watching myself edit.
So we're going to start the second half now at John R. Wooden Gymnasium.
We're going to have Craig Westner pass it in for the Artesians.
Now Plainfield's going to put more pressure.
For the Plainfield Quakers, you're going to have Cade East out there, Brennan Gardner, Ian Scott, as Scott's going to make the bucket, or Gardner's going to make the bucket. And we also have Booner and Naaman out there. And for the Artesians, we're going to have Landon Myers, Craig Westner, Zach Lynn, Noah Stout, and Caden Rodenkrantz.
The Artesians still looking to get something going here.
Westner's going to give it to Lynn.
As once they're just going to keep running their offensive play chin, just a bunch of cuts and screens, just trying to get open, trying to find the open man.
Rodenkrantz is going to give it back. Not yet. Now he's going to give it. It's going to get stolen. That was a nice, easy layup there by Cade East.
It's Cade East there. That makes it his 12th point of the night. He's going to be the leading scorer for the Quakers. With only 12 points and them scoring 42 points, as Coach Weaver said, their team is very balanced.
Yeah, nice move there by Zach Lynn, but he took too many steps and is going to be called for a travel, as the Artesians are going to call, once again, a timeout.
And this game, it seems to almost be getting out of reach for the Artesians. They're going to need to find a way to come back quick.
And so far, Cade East has stood out for the Quakers with 12 points. And for the Artesians, it would have to be Bo Frederick with 6 points.
Now, speaking with the Quakers, they come into this game at 3-1. Their first game, they won a close one against Avon, 52-50. Then they easily beat Tri-West and Whiteland, and they end up losing a game at Brownsburg by 10. Brownsburg's a really good team. Plainfield kept with them that whole game.
Yeah, Plainfield looks to have a very promising season here. East is going to pass it in.
So the Artesians are going to play a 2-3, but they're going to have one guard up top, more guarding the man bringing the ball up and one guarding the
Gardner
middle.
But it's East there for the bucket. Nice drive there by Zach Lynn. It's going to roll in.
Great move by Zach Lynn there to score for the Artesians, making them have 17 points.
We're going to have Brunner going to try 3, no good. We have a nice easy layup there for Scott.
Ian Scott's playing very well for the Quakers as well.
Picks up his 9th point right there as Myers is going to dribble it for the Artesians.
Myers has had trouble with this Quakers defense, but he's still got time in this game to improve on it.
Myers is going to give it to Rottenkrantz. Going to be pressured by Naaman. Lynn's going to drive. Going to try a post move. And it's going to be a jump ball.
As Plainfield's going to have possession of that jump ball.
We're going to have Booner bring it up. Booner gives it to Naaman. Naaman to Gardner. East putback is good.
As Cade East right there misses his first shot, but he's just going to hustle and get the board as another score there.
Picks up his 16th point there. Myers drives for the Artesians, blocked
Once
by
again,
Scott.
They're going out in transition. It's going to be
that almost turned out really
almost
bad for the
an off the backboard dunk there. As number 13 Ian Scott just misses that dunk.
Ron Cran's going to give it to Westner. He's going to rip the defender away. That's an air ball by Zach Lynn. East is going to drive, pass it to Gardner. Gardner gets his own rebound, and he is good on the 2.
That was a great find by East to Gardner. Gardner misses the first shot, but once again, Plainfield hustles, gets the offensive rebound, and scores.
He's going to pick up his 2nd point on the night.
As the score is going to be now 50-17, the Quakers really running away with this thing.
Myers gives it to Stout, to Westner. And back to Myers. Westner's going to drive a little bit, back to Stout.
So Quakers putting great pressure on the Artesians here.
Artesians can't seem to get anything going right now. Stout's going to pass it back over to Westner. Back to Stout. Is going to be poked away.
Just once again, they're going to run in transition, and Scott falls, but the Quakers hustle for the offensive rebound.
Yeah, nice 2 rebounds there by Gardner. Naaman's going to have it in the corner. Naaman passes it to East. Going to be poked away. And another jump ball.
And as it comes to a jump ball, what the Quakers did, that is how you beat the 2-3 zone. They ran a 2-1-2 almost to beat the press, and they just found the middleman and had the baselines cut in, tried and scored the easy basket.
Brady Costin and Dayton Devon are going to check in for the Artesians. For Zach Lynn and Noah Stout.
With 5 minutes passed in this third quarter, there have been no fouls by either team.
Westner feeds it to Devon. Myers saves it, but it's going to be too far.
Number 40, Darian Gardner, is going to turn that one over, but he's going to put great pressure on Caden Rottenkrantz. The Artesians try to get the ball up the court.
Myers swings it to Costin. Costin to Myers. Screen there by Devon.
Once again, looking for Devon in the middle so he can score.
They're going to find him, but he's too long. As an alley-oop there. Ian Scott picks up another point.
Ian Scott's second dunk of the night, I believe, and that's like the third dunk for Plainfield, and they're putting on a show tonight.
Nice drive there. The rebound by Costin.
Great hustle by Brady Costin.
Picks up his first bucket on the night.
He puts it up for 2. The Artesians only have 19 points.
Mayer's going to have it up top. Naaman's going to try 3. Good.
The Artesians just can't catch a break in this game. The Plainfield Quakers just seem to be out hustling them and hitting every shot they take.
Wessner gives it to Myers. Myers drives. Poked away. Scott's going to bring it up. Loses it. And another jump ball called.
Such great hustle by both teams there.
It's going to stay with the Artesians as they have the possession.
As number 13, Ian Scott, comes out of the game. He's had a great game so far for the Quakers.
The Plainfield is going to get the ball. Naaman guarded by Myers. He's going to drive. Puts up a floater, no good. Rebound, Devon.
Quakers have stayed in this man-to-man pressure this whole game.
Costin's going to drive.
Seem to be working.
Western's going to draw the foul.
Good drive in right there by Craig Westner. He's going to the line for 2. Craig Westner's misses right there. He's going to look for his first point of the night at the free throw line.
As the Quakers lead the Artesians 55-19. Westner's second free throw is good. Craig picks up his first point on the night.
The Artesians now in a man-to-man pressure. They are switching up their defenses as they like to do.
Myers going to pass it to Bruner for 3. Westner swings it to Frederick. Frederick's going to drive. Passes it to Myers. Myers tried to find Costin, but a little bit too much on that pass.
It's going to be thrown away there by Myers. The Quakers are up by 38 points.
They're really putting on a show here. Myers going to bring it up for the Quakers. Bruner tries a 3. No good. Foul there on Brayton Blackwell.
Quakers going to put a little bit of pressure on the Artesians like they did in the first half.
Myers with 2 seconds left. Wester's going to try up a shot, no good.
That ends our third quarter here at John R. Wooden Gymnasium as the Plainfield Quakers lead the Martinsville Artesians 58-20.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court. or on the field, or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool, or on the green, or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
We are back here at John R. Wooden Gymnasium as the Plainfield Quakers lead the Martinsville Artesians 58-20.
And I had been saying number 3, Aiden Moyer's name wrong. I got corrected by the big boss there, and I'm very well going to change it now. Westner's going to pass it to Cheatham.
As the Quakers once again staying in their man-to-man pressure as they have the whole night.
Devon, yeah. A goaltend there by Vanderbush.
You don't see a lot of goaltends. That's the first one I think we've seen all season.
Yeah, the Plainfield guys have hops and they're very tall. That is a very good combination.
They are a very tall team.
Refs look to have some confusion. Moyer jumps it up for the Quakers.
The Artesians putting on some pressure on the Quakers.
Bruner guarded by Frederick. Gonna make a move. Another move. Gives it to Gardner. Drive there by Vanderbush, just short.
It's a good move there by Vanderbush as he comes up short, but he makes a jab step and just cuts right in. He just comes up short for the bucket.
He has a very good future here as a Quaker.
He does, as he does for basketball and for football.
Westner gets into a trap. Nice pass there from Costin to Devon.
And that is what the Artesians want, is they want to feed it down low to Dayton Devon so he can score. Nobody that the Artesians are going to play is going to be as tall as the 6'9" Dayton Devon, so they really want to utilize him this year.
Devon's going to go to the line.
Devon is, however, looking for his first points of the night. The Artesians are going to need Devon to score more in the games.
His first free throw, no good. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Moyer.
So Quakers running into transition.
Gardner looks to drive, pass it back to Moyers. I finally said it right. It has an S on it too. That is a tough name to spell. The big man has corrected me twice now.
Number 11, Dane Gardner right there is going to get called for the charging. It's going to be a foul on Brady Costin.
Moyers is going to bring it up for the Quakers. Moyers to Blackwell.
The Artesians putting great pressure. Bo Frederick has played well on defense this whole night, but the Artesians as a whole let up now 60 points.
Nice pass there as Moyers picks up another bucket. Cheatham to Costin to Frederick, back to Costin. Frederick's going to try to make a move. Going to give it back to Cheatham. Cheatham makes a move. Going to get blocked by Vanderbush.
Great block there by Cale Vanderbush.
Westner with a nice three there.
So the Artesian hustle for the offensive rebounding. Give it to Craig Westner as he hits a three.
Went off the shoe of an Artesian. stays Plainfield ball.
The Quakers are going to bring in an entirely new lineup for this game.
Plainfield's going to pass it in. We have a new lineup for the Quakers now, as we're going to have number 4, Michael Reynolds, number 13, Ian Scott, number 32, Mason Naiman, number 10, Kate East, and number 40, Darian Gardner.
So Quakers were in a box set there for their out-of-bounds play.
As the Artesians have Devon, Costin, Cheatham, Wessner, and Frederick in.
Great hustle there by Brady Costin as he gets the block, but Plainfield's going to keep possession of the ball.
Nice pass there from Reynolds to Blackwell.
So that's a foul on number 4, Michael Reynolds. Bo Frederick draws that. Foul's going to be on the floor.
Reynolds picks up his first foul there.
It's 2 new players come in for the Quakers, and Braxton, your favorite player, Aiden Moyers, comes in.
Yeah, that dude has given me a lot of struggle. Nice pass there as Costin's going to try the layup, no good.
Great cut by Brady Costin. It was just a bit too late for the Artesians to score right there.
Gardner drives in and a blocking foul.
As Costin's feet were not set there, that's going to lead to the blocking foul.
Costin's 4th foul there.
This second half, we haven't seen many fouls. The Artesians only with 2 in the half, and the Quakers with 4.
Gardner's first free throw is up and good. It's going to be his 3rd point on the night.
The Gardner twins here this year for the Quakers. Last year, the Quakers had the Gibbs twins, and they really stood out and were the star players for Plainfield last year, as they had a surprisingly good season last year.
Wessner has it. Screen by Devon.
The Artesians just looking for something right now. Seems to be a foul on Aiden Moyers.
His first foul on the night. Devon with the save to Frederick. Western feeds Devon over to Costin. Costin tries to floater, no good. Rebound, Gardner.
As Vanderbush goes up strong and Caleb Cheatham fouls him. And then Vanderbush is going to go to the line for 2 shots.
The score is 64-25 with 4 minutes and 25 seconds here to go in the 4th quarter.
This has been all Plainfield's game just from the very start. I mean, from the start, it was a 15-0 lead for the Quakers, and they haven't looked back ever since.
Vanderbush falls short on his first free throw.
As tomorrow, the Artesians will play here at home again at John R. Wooden Gymnasium at 7:30 against the Center Grove Trojans.
We won't be covering that game, so if you want to come watch it, you can come to the gym. Wester's going to pass it to Costin's, going to be tipped away. Vanderbush with his 2nd dunk on the night.
The Plainfield Quakers, they have enough players to dunk it, and that's what they're doing, really putting on a show tonight at John R. Wooden Gymnasium.
Cheatham drives, poked away by Moyers. And a blocking foul there by Craig Wessner.
Craig Wessner once again with the blocking fouls. Their feet are not set fully in order for it to be a charge. And Vanderbush there, we definitely know he wanted to dunk that, as it was another fast break transition. But Craig Wessner just got in the way.
Vanderbush would have erupted Plainfield student section there. Vanderbush first free throw is good. Vanderbush with his 10-point there. Second free throws up and long. Rebound, Cheatham.
The Artesians needing to do something in order to score.
Costin drives, hits the floater.
Great drive there by Brady Costins. He scores for the Artesians, making the score 67-27.
Picks up his 4th point while it happened. Travel there by Gardner.
See Artesians come in with 4 new players.
Artesians' new lineup is number 24, Noah Stout, number 3, Caden Rottenkrantz, number 5, Landon Myers, number 12, Craig Westner, and number 40, Zach Lynn. Rottenkrantz gives it to Lynn.
The Artesians once again just running through their offense, trying to find someone open.
Myers tries a 3. A little short. Rebound Westner. Nice rebound there.
It's a great hustle. It's just going to be another offensive transition bucket for the Plainfield Quakers.
Gardner picks up his first bucket there. Steal there by Reynolds. Reynolds gives it to Gardner.
That was a good look by Reynolds. It was a outlet pass. He just threw it a bit too much ahead of Gardner.
Myers brings it up for the Artesians. Washner to Lynn. Lynn over to Ryan Krantz. Back to Myers.
The Quakers just, this whole game, they've stayed in their man-to-man pressure, and it's worked as the Artesians have only scored 27 points.
Lynn tries a 3, no good. Gardner has it up top for the Quakers. Gardner to Myers. Gardner tries a 3. Long.
It's a good hustle there by number 4, Michael Reynolds, as he ends up batting it out of bounds, and it's going to be Martinsville ball.
Myers brings it up for the Artesians once again. Myers to Westner.
It's again, the Artesians just trying to find something. They're just going to stay in their offense chin, looking for someone to be open.
Lynn drives, poked away. Gardner brings it up again for the Quakers. Gardner finds Reynolds. Myers looking for an oop there from Gardner. Gardner did not throw it though. As now Gardner gives it to Myers. Nice find there to Reynolds.
It's a great find by number 3, Aiden Moyers, as Michael Reynolds scores. And Michael Reynolds just cut straight through the paint and he scores. So the score here is now 71-27.
As there is 53 seconds here, the Quakers are leading the Artesians 71-27. Lynn feeds Stout. Stout with a nice post move. Picks up his 7th point.
Now it's going to be 71-29, and we're having 30 seconds left in this ball game, and it's going to be a Plainfield win tonight. The Artesians are going to want to bounce back tomorrow against Center Grove here at home at 7:30. As Plainfield's just going to hold out the ball.
Up top for, well, to end the game.
It's going to be a final score of 71-29. The Quakers winning by 42 points. As the game ends, Plainfield really balanced scoring tonight. They come away with the final victory. So we are getting the game stats for you right here to end the game. is once again Martinsville. Tomorrow they are playing Center Grove here at John R. Wooden Gymnasium at 7:30. If you want to come check that game out, you can. We will not be recording this, so I highly suggest you come out and support our Artesians here at John R. Wooden Gymnasium.
And final scores for the Quakers is going to be Aiden Myers with 8, Michael Reynolds with 2, Kate East with 22, Dane Gardner with 2, Ian Scott with 11, Cale Vanderbush with 10, Aiden Booner with 5, Mason Naiman with 9, Darian Gardner with 3, Brayton Blackwell with 3, and for the Artesians, Caleb Cheatham with 2, Brady Costin with 4, Bo Frederick with 6, Craig Wessner with 3, Noah Stout with 7, Zach Lynn with 4. And this will do it from John R. Wooden Gymnasium as the Martinsville Artesians lose 71-29. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. I'd like to thank the students in the broadcasting program for producing the game. That would be Zane Spengler and Trenton Moody. Once again, I am Braxton Dilly here with Cole Meyer, and we would like to say good night and thank you for watching.